Normal is an anomaly. Welcome, Appraisers, to the special preview for NTE version 1.3, Rising from the Moonlit Fog. I'm your host, Light. As always, I'm joined by game designer Baggy to walk you through everything coming in the new version.
Hey Appraisers, Baggy here from the NTE design team.
Now, I'm sure you all remember 1000 Less One Nights. Back in version 1.2, we skipped ahead to a story set a little further along the timeline, teaming up with our 3 friends from CSU2 for an otherworld adventure inside an anomaly tabletop game. This time, version 1.3 rewinds the clock to just after the Appraiser escaped the Corridor of Echoes. On the surface, things have been quiet for Avon, the Bureau, and the Scarlet Letter, but that's just the calm before the storm.
Through their operations so far, the Scarlet Letter has already seized anomalies tied to the past, present, and future. So what exactly are they after? Could it be connected to the game the creator of the Corridor of Echoes mentioned? And was Avon getting dragged into all this just a coincidence, or part of the plan? But whatever Madam T is scheming, the Bureau, Hotori, and the Appraiser won't let her get away with it. For Nonali and for all the Dreamwalkers, it's time to settle the score with the Scarlet Letter once and for all.
Pull through this one, and Avon can finally get back to its lively old self. That said, I do have a quick heads up for everyone. You'll still need to finish the main story episode, Fighting with a Dragon, before you can start the new story in the Fog Den.
That's right, so make sure you're all caught up. Now, before we dive into the new content, let's take a first look at the main story update trailer.
We found traces of the Night Mothling.
Good job. Keep tracking. Support will arrive soon.
I have turned in the rules for this game. Everyone, it's time to play.
What in the Hethereau is this?
I'm in the last room at the end of the right corridor. The entrance is disappearing.
A game is being held here. You must win this game.
Senpai! Run!
The final feast is prepared. Let all who are called take up blade against blade, that they may contend for the last seat. No matter what rules I turn in, the Fog Coffin allows only one victor. The victor may choose one thing in the Fog Den as a reward.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure I just spotted a bunch of new locations in there, plus plenty of familiar faces. Baggy, care to spill a few details for everyone?
Sure. Those places you just saw are where the Appraiser will be playing the Fogden game, and where we'll face Madam T of the Scarlet Letter in the final showdown. As for the story in between, let's set that aside for now. So tell me, which familiar faces did you catch?
The Aben crew, first and foremost. Besides the Appraiser, there's Daffodil, who took off without so much as a goodbye, and it looks like even Hotori and Adler have made their way into the Fog Den. Which means we'll get to see them in action during the big showdown, right? And I spotted Time, the creator of the Corridor of Echoes, making an appearance as well.
You did! Before the storm hit, the Bureau had been working quietly and managed to pin down the location of the Scarlet Letter's den. And Time herself provided the director with quite a few valuable leads. In the new story, Hotori, who's kept her cards close all this time, finally steps into the fray herself and goes head-to-head with Madam T. Get ready for her time in the spotlight.
Wait, you're telling me our famously laid-back shopkeeper is finally getting serious? Now that I've got to see.
Over on the Bureau side, members of ETD6 are also joining the operation. We'll have Chaos, Linko, and Nitsa backing us up.
We already met Chaos and Linko back in A Research in Scarlet, when we cracked the Debt Collector case. But this will be Nitsa's first proper appearance in the story, right?
It sure is. In the new story, all 3 of them will be joining the fight against the Scarlet Letter. Linko's Esper ability lets her pick up the mysterious frequencies everything around her gives off. She's always catching connections no one else notices. Team intuition through and through. Nitsa, on the other hand, comes equipped with twin tails as handy as Imaginado, and a sharp analytical mind. She's your dependable team logic type.
Intuition meets logic? Interesting. Can't wait to see the two of them fighting side by side in the story.
As the story unfolds, you'll get to know them a lot better. And on the other side, the key members of the Scarlet Letter, along with their leader, have already taken their places across the stage, waiting for the Appraiser to step up and challenge them.
We finally get to close the book on the Scarlet Letter for good. I can't wait. Baggy, can you share a bit more intel? Like this new location, the Fog Den. What kind of place is it exactly?
Simply put, the Fog Den is the Scarlet Letter's hunting ground. Set foot inside, and you play by the rules of the game. Who you'll meet, what you'll see, and how you'll make it out, it's all one big unknown. As for what actually goes down in there, we'll leave that for the Appraisers to experience firsthand. What I can tell you now is that the Fog Den will throw wave after wave of enemies at us.
Well, if this whole place really is one big game, it sounds like there's no shortage of levels to clear. But let's stop here before we get deep into spoiler territory. So, Appraisers, take a quick breather and jot down today's first redeem code. After a short break, we'll be right back with even more intel on the new version.
Welcome back. Let's get right back into it. First up, the new character arriving in version 1.3, Zonko. If you've been following the main story, you already know her.
But she looks a little different from how she appears in the story.
Right. This is Zonko's brand new look. But just so you know, Zonko's specialty is borrowing other people's faces to deceive her opponents. During a research in Scarlet, she used her Esper ability to spin an illusion, posed as Renee's older sister, won her trust, and made off with the Eternal Present.
Okay, that's terrifying. So the only place we'll see her original look is in the story? Kind of a shame.
Don't worry, her look from the story comes for free. Get Zonko from her limited board, and you'll also unlock Red Nightshade, the outfit she wore during the main story.
Oh, nice! But something's still bugging me. Zonko caused us a lot of grief during the Scarlet Letter incident. Is the new story setting up some kind of twist?
Well, Zonko may serve Inanna, the leader of the Scarlet Letter, but she's nobody's puppet. She lives by her own code, and when loyalty and principle collide, she's capable of things no one sees coming. And after the Scarlet Letter incident, she paid the price for what she did during her time with them. As for where Zonko ends up, that's for the Appraisers to find out.
We've definitely seen her dangerous, complicated side. It makes you wonder how she got that way.
Well, actually, we've put together a short film that looks at her past from a whole different angle.
Crimes are always kept under wraps. Those living under the sun tend to be oblivious.
Hey, that eye is mine. I bought the subject with my money. You don't get a say.
Without my compound, she'd never have become the vessel.
You want to talk?
Silence.
Why is she?
Relax. All of them are my rivals. So you did me a big favor. Let me take a look at you. Oh, poor Petal. From now on, the Scarlet Letter is your new home. You may call me Mother.
I once thought that souls and their bodies share the same color.
Mother.
Daffodil, come meet your new sister.
But not all souls are murky or stained.
Welcome, sister.
Such a pretty color.
From now on, you're partners. Don't disappoint me.
Ruin everything! You two monsters!
So you can see people's souls.
Yes, sister.
The people we get rid of. How are their souls?
Sunken and murky red. As ugly as their faces.
And mothers?
Sis?
And mine? What color do you see in my soul?
Zanko. I've never seen you so distracted before.
I just thought about something in the past.
I liked it more when you were kids.
I'll take my leave if there's nothing else.
What a mesmerizing color. I can never get enough of it.
So that's what Zonko has been through, huh? In the short, everyone she looks at has a flame above their head. Does that tie into her Esper ability?
That's right. Zonko's Esper ability, the Eye of Delusion, lets her see the flame of a person's soul. She was born with an eye condition that left her seeing the world in black and white. Only when her Esper ability awakened did she gain the ability to see red. It's the one color she can see, and the one she loves. And most people's souls burn in shades of red. Zonko's favorite pastime is watching her opponents flame in battle. Fear, anger, despair, whatever her opponent feels, she reads it in the way their flame trembles and gutters, and it delights her.
So, nothing ever gets past her. What a terrifying power. Can you explain more of her combat mechanics?
Of course. Zonko's Esper attribute is Incantation, and she plays as a main DPS. Her Esper ability, the Eye of Delusion, dwells within her right eye. It can sense and tamper with emotions, erode a person's will, conjure illusions, and even weave entire illusory realms. In battle, she runs two independent kits, Reality and Illusion. Let's break them down. While in the Reality state, use basic attack Wildfire, and Zonko swings her cursed blade for up to 5 consecutive attacks, dealing incantation damage. Hold basic attack to unleash basic attack Flickering Shadow. And while in Reality, Zonko passively carries the Hunt buff, which boosts the damage she deals. After a critical dodge, press basic attack to trigger a dodge counter, dealing 1 instance of incantation damage. Now for the key mechanic. While in Reality, her redirect skill, Sanguine Dash, instantly switches Zonko into the Illusion state. Use it right after the 4th or 5th hit of her basic attack, after a held basic attack, or after a dodge counter to apply a Heart Wrench dot effect to the target on hit. And you'll also trigger the Disarray effect, dealing heavy break damage to targets over a wide area. While in the illusion state, use basic attack Nightmare Waltz, and Zonko commands her Cursed Blade and Ribbons to perform up to 4 consecutive attacks, applying 1 stack of Heart Wrench to the target on hit. Better yet, every hit of Nightmare Waltz spreads the damage over time effects on the target to other targets within range. Hold basic attack to unleash basic attack Moonfall. While in illusion, Zonko passively carries the Delusion buff, which increases the crit damage of all damage over time effects on the target. And the illusion state only lasts so long. When the timer runs out, she automatically returns to reality. All of Zonko's attacks while in illusion are treated as follow-up attacks. While in illusion, her redirect skill, Soul Cross, switches her back to reality instantly. Use Soul Cross just as the illusion timer runs low, and the skill icon lights up, and you'll trigger the Oblivion effect, dealing massive damage to targets across a wide area, plus activating her ultimate, Blood Feast Reverie. Once her ultimate gauge is full, press to unleash her ultimate, Inferno Flamenco. If Blood Feast Reverie is active, she leads with Blood Feast Reverie instead, applying multiple stacks of Heart Wrench. Then press her ultimate again within a set window to unleash an empowered version of Inferno Flamenco, without costing ultimate energy. But if you let the window expire, the opportunity to recast is lost. And one more thing, if you end illusion with redirect skill Soul Cross, the Delusion buff on Zonko lingers for a while before it fades. That means for a short window, Zonko holds both Hunt's damage boost and Delusion's damage over time crit damage boost at the same time.
Running 2 buffs at once? That's downright scary.
It is, and her team play is just as impressive. Pair Zonko with characters of adjacent cycle attributes and trigger her support skill to deal incantation damage. Her cycle effect makes Scorch stackable, so whenever anyone on the team applies a damage over time effect to a target under Scorch, each stack of damage over time applied lets Zonko add 1 Scorch stack of her own. And the existing Scorch effect's damage, attribute, and duration all refresh to match the newest stack. But Scorch applied this way won't trigger the effect again.
She sounds like a monster in combat. Anything to keep in mind when building her?
Zonko's skill upgrade material is Eternal Memory, acquired from the Anomaly Pilgrimage Debt Collector. And her level ascension material is Nestguard Fragment, from the Anomaly Hunt Call of the Lost. If she's on your list, now's the time to start stockpiling. Now then, let's watch some live gameplay and see her terrifying battlefield dominance for ourselves.
All that flipping between reality and illusion. It's dazzling. Oh, right. Zonko has a special trait in the open world too, doesn't she?
She does. In the open world, she can turn invisible. And while invisible, enemies can't spot her.
Doesn't that make slipping away from the law a little too easy?
Well, let's try to be model citizens in Hethereau, shall we?
We've covered combat and the open world. Time to talk interactions?
But our interactions with Zonko will be a little unusual. With the Scarlet Letter incident settled, she's lost her freedom. But as we said, her Esper ability can reach into people's minds and conjure illusions. And the Appraiser, having crossed blades with her so many times, has come under that influence. As a result, Zonko's phantom can now appear at the Appraiser's side at any given moment. The phantom comes and goes without warning, always watching the Appraiser, deeply curious about the secrets they carry.
What's going on with that? Is it some kind of clone?
Not quite. For one, only the Appraiser can see her. And the way she speaks and acts seems a little different from the real Zonko. Also, since the real Zonko isn't in Hethereau proper, her encounters in city hangouts won't be available in version 1.3. Once the real Zonko is within reach again someday, that's when a new chapter with her can begin.
What about her other interactions? Are those still happening?
They are. You can't run into Zonko herself in version 1.3, but Appraisers can still increase her obsession by sending gifts. Reach specific obsession levels, and interactions like Ride Along, Little Sparrow, and Move In unlock as usual. Let's take a look. Zonko also comes with one extra special interaction, Battle. At the required obsession level, Appraisers can challenge Zonko's phantom to a duel. Learn each other's moves now, and when you finally face the real Zonko, the sparks might fly even hotter. Beyond special interactions, Zonko also has a big wardrobe. Changing her look is her specialty after all.
For everything else Zonko, you'll need to dig in yourself once version 1.3 goes live. Up next is a full member of the Bureau's elite ETD6, Linko. As it happens, the Appraiser has already crossed paths with her too. During a research in Scarlet, Director Alfred sent her to Avon to deliver Hotari's payment for a related mission. In the story so far, Linko's mind leaps from one thing to the next, and she never quite says or does what you'd expect. Yet somehow, even half in a daze, she always finds the right path, getting to the heart of things without a word being said. On field missions to capture anomaly-related criminals, she usually handles tracking targets and hunting down leads. And of course, she can more than hold her own in a fight. Linko's combat strength comes from the anomaly partner at her side, Xiaozhen. Linko likes to tell people Xiaozhen is her pet, which never fails to ruffle her feathers, and Xiaozhen returns the favor with merciless snark. But at the end of the day, they're partners who trust each other completely. The two of them have great moments in version 1.3 story. You don't want to miss it.
Linko's Esper attribute is Anima. Her Esper ability, telepathy, picks up the frequencies of people, anomalies, even objects. She can also tune her own frequency to someone else's band to sync with them. While synced, she gains a hazy sense of the other side's presence and condition. And at full sync, they can even share strength and control of each other's bodies. For now though, she can only hold a full sync for a short while.
Syncing up with the frequency of everything? Now that's an interesting power. Does it get any special use in day-to-day city life?
It sure does. Once Linko syncs with Xiaozhen, she can use Xiaozhen's ghost arms to slingshot herself across the city.
Oh, so that's how she gets around? Talk about practical powers. And what makes Linko special in combat? Walk us through it, Baggy.
Linko's combat role is AoE Quick Swap. In battle, she can call on Xiaojin or a teammate to launch a synced strike. A synced strike is a special kind of support skill. Its damage counts as follow-up attack damage, and its attribute matches whoever launches it. So, if Xiaojin launches a synced strike, the damage is anima. When you use basic attack Poltergeist CQC, Linko chains up to 5 consecutive attacks, dealing anima damage. Each hit builds her modulation gauge. Modulation is spent when you use redirect skill Full Frequency Pulse to empower the synced strike it triggered. And Linko doesn't just sit idly by. Every so often, she sends out Xiaojin to ambush the target, attacking them and applying a hit 'em here mark. When the on-field character hits the marked target with a redirect skill, the mark is consumed and Linko is called in for a synced strike on the target, building modulation and cycle energy. Only one hit 'em here mark can be active at a time, and each mark lasts a set duration. If Linko consumes the mark herself, she triggers a synced strike with Xiaojin instead, again building modulation and cycle energy. Hold down basic attack, and Linko slingshots herself forward with those ghost arms, unleashing basic attack Poltergeist Rocket Punch and dealing damage to enemies on impact. After a critical dodge, press basic attack and Linko fires off a dodge counter, dealing 1 instance of anima damage and building modulation. Use redirect skill Full Frequency Pulse, and Linko channels her Esper power to bombard the target with ghost energy, dealing anima damage. Then she sinks on the spot, calling in Xiaojin or a teammate for a synced strike. A radial menu appears so you can choose who launches the attack. Pick a teammate or Xiaojin, and they'll unleash their own synced strike, dealing damage of their attribute. That synced strike spends the modulation you've built up, granting a damage boost tied to how much was spent. The sync happens in an instant, so time briefly stops while you pick your attacker and let the synced strike fly. And one more detail. When a synced strike is triggered through Full Frequency Pulse, any open teammate slots on the radial menu are filled by Xiaojin. And the more Xiaojins are on the menu, the harder her synced strike hits. Unleash her ultimate, Oversync, and Linko pushes her Esper powers into overdrive, opening a resonance field that lasts a set duration and syncing with up to 3 teammates at once. Use her redirect skill to call in synced strikes with them one after another, up to 3 times, with a bonus burst of AoE damage at the end. When Oversync's duration runs out, Linko lets out a blast of overloaded static noise, dealing 1 instance of anima burst damage to every enemy inside the resonance field. The more types of debuffs the target is carrying, the higher the damage climbs. You can also tap her ultimate again to end the overdrive early. And even after Oversync ends, the resonance field lingers for a while. And during that window, her teammates' support skills are empowered, with their damage counting as follow-up attack damage.
Any other combat tips for Linko while we're at it?
Unlock Linko's passive skill, Weakness Radar, and simply having her on the team upgrades the Hexed cycle effect. The bonus follow-up damage from Hexed goes up, and targets under Hexed take increased follow-up damage. And it's worth pointing out, a normal synced strike doesn't trigger cycle reactions, and its damage scales off of Linko's own stats. But unlock her passive skill, Precision Tuning, and each synced strike, based on the teammate who launched it, lowers the target's resistance to the matching attribute for a set duration. A target can carry resistance reductions for multiple attributes at once, but same attribute reductions from synced strikes don't stack. Triggering them again just refreshes the timer.
As for progression, Linko's skill upgrade material is Dress Sleeves of Vanity, acquired from the Anomaly Pilgrimage, the Never-Ending Arachne. And her level ascension material is Water Moon Pick, acquired from the Anomaly Hunt, Beat King.
Linko's Ride-Along, Little Sparrow, and Move-In interactions also become available with the new version. Let's take a look. Besides her loungewear, Linko has 2 more outfits on the way.
Now for the banner rundown. In the first half of version 1.3, Scarborough Fair will run the limited board Alluring Shadows, featuring the exclusive S-Class character Zonko. At the same time, the limited board the Ichidaime returns, featuring the exclusive S-Class character Nonali.
Then, in the second half of version 1.3, Scarborough Fair opens the limited board Surfing All Channels, featuring the exclusive S-Class character Linko. Alongside it, the limited board Misty Tipsy Style returns, featuring the exclusive S-Class character Hotori.
Each half of version 1.3 runs for 21 days, so keep an eye on each board's window. And, just like before, each limited board comes with its matching skin perks event.
Right. Besides dropping directly from the board, rewards can also be claimed outright once you rack up enough total rolls on the matching board.
And also like before, roll counts are shared across all limited boards running at the same time. But Skin Perks progress sticks to its own board, with each board tracked separately.
Yes, here's a simple example. If you're after Nonali's skin perks in the first half of 1.3, you'll need to roll on her limited board, the Ichidaime.
And when a board of the same name returns, your Skin Perks progress carries over. So, say you already banked 50 rolls in Nonali's Skin Perks event last time. This time, you can pick up right where you left off, starting at 50.
Along with the new boards, the ARC shop will be stocked with new research programs. The first half of version 1.3 brings Zonko's Spellbound Special and Nonali's Tiger Special. And the second half brings Linko's Soundscape Special and Hotori's Bright Moon Special.
And like before, pull counts and city progress are shared across all Special Issues ARC research programs. Oh, that's a lot to take in. So let's give everyone watching a breather. Time to drop today's second redeem code. We'll be back in a moment for the next exciting segment. Welcome back! Before the break, we met the 2 new characters arriving in version 1.3. Now let's see what else is changing around the city.
First up, Duskmoor, a brand new district coming to Hethereau. Duskmoor sits in the northwest of Hethereau, and it's been under construction ever since the Appraiser first arrived in the city. And now, it's finally ready to open its doors.
From the air, Duskmoor really does look nothing like the districts we have now. Hang on, what's with all the cars tearing through here?
Wild, right? But if you're looking to get your fix of speed and adrenaline, Duskmoor is the place to be. The district is massive. A full lap of its highway loop takes a good 10+ minutes.
Whoa! Cruising on auto drive and taking in the mountain scenery sounds like a pretty great way to unwind. But the thought of scouring a whole new area filled with oracle stones is already making me tired.
No worries there. In Duskmoor, all you have to do is drive to your heart's content. Every oracle stone in the district can be scooped up right from the driver's seat.
Okay, now that I can get behind.
The district also has plenty of racing challenges waiting for appraisers. Each course strings together all kinds of back-to-back corners. And once you factor in road surfaces and elevation changes, they're a real test of driving skill.
Racing fans, don't miss this. I'm already looking forward to some spectacular driving.
Duskmoor opens all new race courses through villages, fields, and wild mountain roads, plus a whole range of loop rally circuits. Just picture it, follow cam rolling as you conquer course after course. Gets the heart racing already, doesn't it?
Meanwhile, a few of Hethereau's racing teams have already hit the new courses to practice, and they're itching to take on the Appraiser. So gear up, everyone, and let's hit the road!
Now let's shift gears and head to another brand new area. It's the height of summer, and with the Scarlet Letter incident behind them, where should the Appraiser and friends go to unwind?
The beach, obviously! A game of beach volleyball, a heart-pounding jet ski session, or even just stretching in the sun. You really can't go wrong.
Yes, exactly! Summer in Hethereau is finally here. The beach sits in this new area too, and it's kicking off a whole run of summer events. Let's take a look. For the upcoming summer festivities, some of your companions are slipping into summer outfits to soak up every last ray of sunshine.
Do only the current banner characters get summer outfits?
This summer's special outfit lineup includes the Appraiser, Mint, Nonali, Chaos, and Zonko. Plus Shinko and Iroi, who arrived last version. And more special outfits are on the way for other characters down the line, so stay tuned.
And out on the sun-soaked beach, a brand new activity awaits. Beach volleyball. Wait, hold on. We're actually going to play volleyball here?
Yep, and everything you just watched was my own gameplay. Pretty impressive, right? Hethereau is hosting a beach volleyball tournament, and the Appraiser will battle through the city's volleyball-crazed locals one after another on the road to winning the championship.
It sounds like it's mostly PvE, which suits me just fine. So, how does it actually play?
Beach volleyball runs on a 2v2 format. You'll start out in the Rookie series, where beating each opponent unlocks the next difficulty and keeps your climb going. If you're new to beach volleyball, this is the place to start. Every character has their strengths and weak spots on the court. You can check the details in their play